Hey, yo, check this out. You basing your eyes on Papoose, and right now you tuned in to AllHipHop.com.
What's the word, your man Slapshot? You're here with the best style legend, two Stylecast Connect,
Yes,
yeah,
man.
Mr.
It's always good to see a Brooklyn native, man.
That's a fact. My man Papoose, man.
Yes, sir.
I'm chilling, man. This is an honor, man, cause I've been rocking with you since high school.
Oh, wow.
Since high school, since the
Wow.
K Slay days.
Word?
Yes, sir.
What
Yeah,
high
so
school you went to?
I went to Lockland.
Okay.
I went to Lockland downtown. Yes, sir. So but like, since like alphabetical slaughter, law library, all those days, man.
Right.
Yeah. How you guys still cool? You and K Slay?
Oh, yeah, that's family, man. That's family. Slay's like a big brother to me.
How often do you go? Do you dig into your own crates? Because now you have a collection. How often do you dig into your own crates?
All the time.
You listen to your own stuff.
Yeah. You know why? It brings back a lot of memories. A lot of my people, who was around. Oh, my bad. A lot of my people. It brings back a lot of memories because a lot of my people who was around me at that time. A lot of them are deceased. They're not here no more. Some of them serving long life sentences. So when I hear that music, it puts me back in the mind state like they still around me because my music wasn't just my music. It was our music.
That's a fact.
So I listen for those purposes.
No, that was the Pele music. Pele. Yeah, remember those days.
Yeah, I mean it was it was the real era. A real era. Pele,
the thing about that time, like growing up, I remember like people used to say like, all right, well, we missed the golden era, that era. And now we can look back and it'd be like, yo, that era, that was culture in itself, Like we didn't appreciate the fact like when we was wearing like those, like when we had the sidekicks or the ACG boots and all those things. And even like from your era when we had those mixtapes and you just setting the trends and things of that nature. I don't think we appreciated it as much as we appreciate it like now. Now we look back and we're like, damn, I kind of miss,
Oh, you mean living in it?
Yeah, living in that era. I mean, because that was when I first started coming outside. Around that era when your music was hot and stuff of that nature.
Okay.
And when the bidding war, you shook the game up with a bidding war.
Yeah. I mean, I was lucky. I was blessed. You know what I'm saying? I worked hard. I worked for a long time, and eventually we had a mean bidding war going, man. We had Def Jam, we had Interscope, we had so many different labels, man. Jive, I could keep going. It was just a bunch of labels.
Got you. All right then. So, like, being in the game like for so long and things like that. So, you're how do you maintain hunger?
I love hip hop, man. You know what I'm saying? I would do hip hop without lights, cameras, action. Without the industry, I would still rap. Like I started it. I came into it from the street standpoint, not the industry. So it's a part of me. And you always challenging yourself. And back then, you was getting challenged. It ain't really like that now, but that's just in me.
You think it's not like that now for you because of the subject matter you may rap about? Or?
No, it's just it's not like that. Period. It's not really a competitive thing no more like it was back then. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to when I first came into hip hop. Hip hop is a culture. Hip hop is something you live. Rap is something you do. So back then, at any given moment on the street, you was challenged. Whether you was not just rap, whether you beatbox, breakdance, graffiti, slap box with your hands. Niggas is always challenging you.
That's a fact.
Right nowadays, you don't get challenged. Somebody say they are something, everybody believe them.
Everybody come with a think piece of. Well, here's the reason why he might actually be the GOAT. You understand what I'm saying?
Right. It's not like back then. I feel like it's not. It's different. You know what I'm saying?
No, okay, got you. All right then. So. Speaking of that, all right, did you get any pushback for saying like you were lyrically better than Jay-Z? Because you said there's no pushback.
What you mean by that?
When you because you was like people don't challenge that type of stuff, right? Don't challenge when you say something. When you put it out there, you feel like you lyrically better.
Yeah, but that was so long ago. Like I think the dinosaurs were more recent than that, man. Like that was so. We got better things to talk about. Forget about that, man.
I got you.
Shout out to Jay-Z, man.
Got you. All right then. So I heard your first single, and that was with Conway. With Conway, and how did that come about? Because both lyrical assassins. How did that come about?
Yeah, well, Conway is one of my favorite new artists, man. I love what he's doing and the whole movement they got going on. So I wanted to work with him. You know what I'm saying? I seen that he was working with Premier. I hit Preem up. I was like, yo, I want to do something with Conway, and he responded like, yo, I'm fucking with Pap. Hell yeah, I'll do it. You know what I'm saying? And we connected. We went in the studio and we vibed out, man. Cool dude, down to earth. I fucks with him, man. I rock with him. Just so happened we both rock with each other music. You know what I mean? Ill connection in French. You know what I'm saying? we go back. You know, what I mean, I'm happy to see his success from coming up from the DVD era and all that. So you know, it came together like glue. You know what I mean?
Got you. All right. Then so you like the whole Griselda movement that's going on and stuff of that
Definitely,
nature?
definitely. I love the whole movement they got going on. I love what they doing.
Oh, okay. So it brings back like bars and it fits if it might even if it's like an older narrative, but it's bringing it to today. Cause a lot of people might have thought like it might not work and stuff like that, like just coming in bar heavy and stuff like that. Do you ever get nervous about that? Like, I mean, cause you are so lyrical and stuff like that, that maybe like people might not just pick up on what you're saying.
Nah, you know, when I'm creating, I don't worry about them type of things. Like I said, I do it from the heart, so I do it in regardless to whom or what. Those who like it, you know, God bless them. Thank you, man. Those who don't, you know, God bless them.
It
too.
wasn't meant for you.
Yeah, it's all good, man.
Oh,
That's
okay.
not, you know, that doesn't, you know, determine my creativity or none of that.
Okay then.
Yeah.
So as far as like staying creative, like what subject matter, I mean, like how do you pick like the subject matter? Because it's like you said, you had like when you first came in, it was from an aspect of like being from the streets, but now like you transition more like, I mean, well, box and like in certain things that I've heard,
Right.
it's still in the street element, but before, it was heavy like on the black love and you being a family man, you being a husband and things of that nature
Right.
and stuff like that. How does it just hit you, or do you feel like, damn, I really can't rap about the streets anymore?
Nah, man. You know, I've been in the street. I've experienced it. So I rap about my life as a whole, the past, the present, and the future. You understand what I'm saying? So when I talk about the streets, you know, I don't just talk about the problems in the streets. If you pay close attention, I always give a solution. You understand what I'm saying? So, like I said, you know, I talk about past, present, and future. So everything is a subject
so
matter within my music. Everything is, you're gonna
comes
hear
full
everything
circle.
in the Papoose. You know what I mean? I put it all in there.
Okay, then.
Definitely.
So, what made you decide to go with live instruments? That's
Yeah,
something
yeah.
good.
I mean, I'm just to a point in my career where I wanted to try something different. You know, I've been doing the samples for a long time. I said, you know, I want to elevate my game, and you know, on the lyrical side, as far as the bars and all that, I know I take my time putting it together. So I just wanted to get with somebody on the production side who was going to take that craft just as serious and take their time and actually build the music up from scratch.
So, who's the producer?
It's a guy by the name of Brady Watt. He actually works on the DJ Premier. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
They work together. Preem actually did some cuts on the album too.
Okay.
But, you know, he
So, you
plays
got a
live
little bit of
instruments.
scratching?
Yeah, I got some
You
Preem.
had to get that.
I got some Preem. I got some Preem in there. You know, Preem is the architect of this shit. You know what I'm saying? So I got Preem. You know what I mean? I got Brady, and that's it, man. My guy Carlos. A couple other guys came in there and played some live instruments.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
okay.
Like I said, I just wanted to step it up, and just, you know.
So, one producer kind of
So musicians can hear it and like it.
Oh, okay.
Like
then.
the project. People who are into instruments, jazz, different things, they can like the project too.
Damn,
You know what
I'm
I mean?
mad you dropped it now because we're inside. You know, we can't see it live.
Yeah,
I would have loved to
yeah.
have seen that
I know,
live.
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
yeah. But definitely, yeah. As soon as outside open back up, I would love to see that. Probably at the Hammerstein Ballroom or something like that.
Yeah,
real nice and spiffy.
I look forward to that. Yeah, that's definitely was one of the visions we had when we was creating it, because we started creating it before COVID hit. And
Oh, okay.
yeah, we started creating it. We was in the studio every day, and then it happened, and we was like, damn, we can't go to this. They was hitting me like, yo, come to the studio. I was like, I'm not coming to the studio. They was like, why? I said, you don't see what the fuck going
It's
on.
going on
They was like,
outside.
you don't think you overreacting? Like, it ain't that serious, Pap. I said, all right.
Yeah, no.
I talked to y'all next week. The next week, they was like, oh shit.
Like, he's that serious. He's
Yeah,
not
so
coming
I
outside.
got a studio in my crib. I started putting some finishing touches up, and we just started emailing each other shit. And then when the COVID calmed down a little bit, I threw the mask on, everything, and went in there, and we finished it up.
Got you.
Word.
So, I mean, how has that affected you and your family? I mean, because I know you do have young kids and stuff of that nature. How has that affected? How has the pandemic affected you?
It affected us a lot, man. You know, we had to lock in and quarantine. But to a certain extent, you know, if you're family orientated, the COVID was kind of, and I hate to say this because people died during it, it was kind of a blessing in disguise, because you got to know certain family members a little better.
Yeah, nah,
You know, we
that's a
get to
fact.
sit down at the table and actually eat, because, you know, before this happened, everybody was always busy. Everybody always
On the
moving.
run.
But we get to sit down, you know, look each other in the eye, talk, build, and just spend quality time. So, you know, there was some benefits out of this disaster.
Yeah, you found something
Yeah,
positive in it. Okay.
definitely.
So does it what you call it, this experience, anything of that nature, right? Does it like strengthen like your faith in like hip hop and things of that nature?
What you mean?
Okay, I mean like what you see, like it's actually made me like go back into the crates and dig into the crates and stuff like that, and remember like old eras and stuff like even when I was outside and stuff like that.
You know what I think? Not to cut you off, I think that now that this happened, it kind of opened up the doors for real music, for thinking music. You know, the party songs
Can't turn off inside
and all of that. Yeah, nobody want to really hear that right now because it's not the climate for that. But the songs when people have substance and they're actually talking about subjects, you know what I mean? You kind of people want to hear that right now. The thinking music, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's exactly why I had to go back.
Right. That was a great question because absolutely, you know what I'm saying? People got more time. I don't know, man.
And you could actually listen, go bar for bar. And
Right.
That's a fact. So, did you do a lot of writing during when we were stuck inside?
Yeah, a lot because like I said, I was working on the project. You know what I mean? So, I was creating for that, and then I create naturally. You know what I mean? I try not to make music for a specific project or I got to do this. Let me write a rhyme for that. Cause then me personally, that's where I get stuck at. But when I just do it just because naturally, and then
it just flows out.
Yeah, it comes natural. You know what I'm saying? So I'm always creating. You know what I mean?
Got you.
Always.
So, all right then. So, this is more like with the theme and stuff like that. Do you think are you going to get back to the boom bap after this? You think?
Definitely. I mean, it's boom bap in this project. It's here, like, you know what I mean? Even though it's live instruments, we still got it in there. Like, you're going to hear it. When you hear it, it's there. It's there. But to answer your question, yes, always, man. You know, honestly, I always try to be versatile. You know what I mean? I probably didn't succeed all the time, but I always tried to be versatile. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's perfect. But just as an artist, I always like to do different things. So I always try different avenues. If you really pay close attention, you know what I'm saying? I feel like as an artist, you should be versatile, be able to try different things.
Okay, got you. Which one would you be like, yeah, that one probably wasn't. Which one would you think?
Oh, man. Probably like some of a joint here and there on the mixtapes back then. I can't remember the name of this joint. What was the name of this joint I had? I think I had a joint called Fashion Statement back then. You know what I mean?
Why you was like, why wasn't it?
I should have chilled.
All right, so we might not get we might get an auto-tune, Pat.
You said what? I did auto-tune before?
No, I'm talking about like the thing with the new like whole entire like the singing the A-Boogie type of what you think?
Shout out to A-Boogie. I actually like A-Boogie music, man. He had a joint called Jungle. This is what that Jungle do.
This is what the Jungle do.
Woo.
Yeah.
You know, let me tell you something, man. Don't get it twisted. It's certain songs, I mean, that I like. You know what I mean? That are, you know, of today or of whatever. I like a lot of the joints. Some of them just be crazy, but some of them just be horrible. You know what I mean? But nah, A-Boogie do his thing. Shout out to A-Boogie.
Cool. So you don't find, I mean, you say like shout out to them. You don't find yourself like falling into like that, what you call it, like that, because you so lyrical that, you know, that ain't real hip hop. That ain't that. You know, I don't ever hear you complain on that
I don't
type.
do that, man. You gotta let everybody be them, man. Let everybody do them. You understand what I'm saying? You know, even if you doing something that might not be considered real hip hop, if you nice, it's still gonna shine through. It doesn't matter what style you use. If you whack, you whack. So don't blame it on the style of music. I mean, yo, he's using auto-tune, so he's whack. Nah, that's not why niggas saying you whack. Niggas saying you whack because you whack. You can use auto-tune and still be nice. You know what I'm saying? There's some auto-tune songs you hear, and it should be fire.
That's a fact.
So don't let the whack niggas camouflage themselves. You know what I mean? Nah, bro. I'm not one of them dudes. You know what I mean? If you nice, I'm always going to salute you. I'm always going to give you your props because I'm a fan.
Yeah.
So when you're a fan of the culture, you can't front on it,
yeah,
bro.
you can tell.
Like I'm a nigga that if I hear some fire, I will go crazy. Like, wow. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm a fan of the culture, bro. So definitely, I'm not, you know, overcritical of nobody. If you nice, you nice. That's it.
So what a Papoose playlist look like?
I listen to a lot of classic shit, you know what I mean, first and foremost. And then I listen to songs like the A-Boogie joint, this what that Jungle do. I just love that song particularly. And he got a couple other joints that I like. You know what I mean? Pop Smoke had a couple joints that I like that I rock with. Who had the joint? What was the joint I used to play all the time? What was the song though? I'm gonna put this shit on my Instagram, everything, already, my story. Like I go crazy with that shit. What was that shit? That shit was hard.
By who?
Polo G.
Polo G. Pop Out?
It was probably his biggest record.
Pop Out. Okay, Pop Out. Pop Out at your party.
Hey. Oh, with the how I go? Yo, bro, that what? What?
Yeah, shout out to Lil TJ.
That shit,
Yeah.
yo, that shit is hard. He said, what he said on that shit, I ain't hear it in a while. Yeah, that not that part. I had a favorite part. I think it was the second verse.
That's Lil TJ on the second verse.
He went bad on that verse, man.
But speaking of like, there's a whole New York going on. Like I remember a time like where people was like, it's over, it ain't never coming back, and now we have this whole big vibe. You know, while we're talking about the TJs and the A-Boogies, and even our borough in particular, like Brooklyn has a huge internet buzz, and even Pop Smoke, as you mentioned. Like, how does that make you feel? Like to see it like come around, like do a 360. Like there's a point where it was like New York is done, dead. So now we got like a foothold.
I love to see young, young homies coming up, man, finding a way to feed their families, man. I love to see that. You know, to answer your question, it makes me feel good. Keep doing y'all thing. Put that food on the table. Put that money in the right places. Invest it. You know what I mean? Make investments, man. I love to see it.
Yeah, would you ever see yourself working with one of the younger cats?
Oh, absolutely, man. I wouldn't even hesitate. I would do it quick.
That's dope, man. Like man. You don't really get that type of like love from
Nah, I know.
Especially like the DVD eras rappers and stuff like that. They don't fuck with the drill rappers now.
Yeah. I mean, some cats, man, I guess they got issues within themselves. You know what I mean? So they feel like they don't want to embrace it. But come on, man, you gotta embrace it if it's dope. Now don't get it twisted.
Shit whack.
You know what I mean? If you's a whack nigga, you's a whack. It don't matter if you 55 or 15. I don't care about that. If you whack, you whack. You know what I mean? But certain joints I like, man. You know what I mean? I rock with it.
All right, cool. So I'm pretty sure you get this question like all the time, right? But I've never personally heard you answer it. I want to know like how has love and hip hop like changed your career? If you don't want me asking.
I love Love and Hip Hop, man. Kidding me? Yeah. Woo. Shout out to Love and Hip Hop. I don't got nothing bad to say.
No, but how has it changed your career, you would think? Like, has it changed your career, you think?
It put a lot of money in my pocket. I got to be honest with you.
That's a fact.
Just to be honest, to keep it on it put a lot of money in my pocket, man. Television money is very good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Stable.
Yeah, man. My first record deal was for $1.5 million. And, I've made more money on TV than I ever made in music.
Not true.
You understand? So
yeah, I get it now. I get it now. I wouldn't have nothing bad to say either.
You know what I'm saying? And not only the money though, because money doesn't make me. I was able to go on the show and have a positive influence on the culture.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because a lot of people within our culture were ashamed to show love to their significant other. Everybody wanted to seem available, and it was always cool. Money over bitches. You know what I mean? We don't love them hoes. That was the way. So I feel like what me and my wife did on Love and Hip Hop, everybody's a couple now. Nobody's ashamed to hold a girl hand in public, which is great.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I was able to go up there and do something positive. So, I love it for that too. You know what I mean? And not to say that was done intentionally, but, we just went up there. We were ourselves. And the world,
and it just shone
through. They respected it.
That's dope. Because I was about to ask you, was it hard to get that narrative across? Like, was you fought back at that, like trying to just say like, nah, this is what it is. This is how we're gonna rock. It's like we have like certain bumps and bumps and arguments, but it's not no drama filled. Like just seeing stability is like. That's kind of weird for like Love and Hip Hop.
That's a good question. That's a very good question. When my wife was incarcerated, they were trying to document what was going on, which was me visiting her, you know what I'm saying, and holding down the family in her absence. And we was like, hell no, we don't want to be on that show. These people throw drinks at each other. Somebody throw a drink on one of us, we going to go to jail. So we was like, hell no, we don't want to do it. But then when she came home, we came to the realization that, we kind of had a bad reputation. My wife went away for something, real serious. So people kind of afraid. They look at her, Remy walking around the metal detectors or whatever. And then me, I came up rough, I had a couple incidents, what I'm saying, where niggas was looking at me like, oh boy, here come these Brooklyn niggas. So, and in reality, we have matured, we have grown up a lot, and became the people who we are, the adults who we are. So we said, you know what, we're going to show, maybe we can make people let them see that, we are a family, we civilized, there's no reason to be scared. And to answer your question, they had respect for us. They didn't do no funny shit on the show. I could curse on here, right?
Yeah.
They didn't do no funny shit on the show. They respected what we were giving them, and it was our everyday life. And to be honest with you, when I first did the show, and it was finally about the air, I was like, they gonna kill me on the internet when this shit come out, man. I'm like, yo, I'm on one knee, I'm proposing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know niggas never seen that side of me. I'm like, but you know, at the end of the day, I'm comfortable in my own skin, so I'm ready to get killed. But I was just embracing myself for the homicide. You know what I mean? I'm like, hey,
he's ready for the memes.
I'm just embracing myself. So I'm like, these niggas about to kill me. So the shit comes on TV and shit, and I see myself. I'm like, okay, yo, nothing but love came in, man. I think the world and everybody was just so tired of seeing the negativity.
Yeah, it got to a point where it was so far to the left, you know, you had to bring some balance to it.
Yeah, man, when they seen how we was living and the love that we had for each other, yo, the world reacted. And I'm talking about, it was nothing but love coming in. I was like, wow. The one time I expected to hate, I got some love. You got
That's why. Yo, so you have any advice for like people like from our neighborhood and stuff like that that's growing up that would like to, that, you know, scared to, like you said, like, you know, money over hoes and things of that nature and stuff like that. Like, what are the benefits of like getting married? Because I think that we might have a hard time growing up seeing the benefits of like one stable woman and things like that. Black love in general. Would you have any advice?
Yeah, well, I know a lot of the young people, you know, they like money. You know what I mean? They like to look good, and you know, so taking that into consideration, sometimes, you know, first of all, when you have that kind of foundation at home, when you have a stable home, you're not lying to each other, you're not fighting, you're not dipping and diving all the time. You can actually focus on your endeavors and be very successful. Now, I'm sure you can be successful now and get money, but can you keep money? You understand? Those type of relationships that you engage in where y'all both cheating on each other, y'all lying to each other, you know, things escalate and bad situations start to happen. And in reality, you're shooting yourself in the foot because you can't focus on your career, nothing you want to do. Everything will be unstable. So, you know what I mean? To answer your question, it's a great, peaceful, productive life. If you want to be productive and be successful in the long run, consider it. Consider settling down. Don't rush it. Take your time, but take it into consideration. And when you're dealing with a female, always remember, you got a mother, you got a sister. So treat them how you would want a man to treat your sister or your mother or somebody you love.
That was dope, man. I'm gonna replay this and take notes. That was really fly, man.
Yeah, real shit. And I speak from experience. You know, I wasn't always the man I am. I made mistakes, and I woke up. You know what I mean? And I matured.
That's dope. So you can leave your phone anywhere you want to at this
Yo,
point.
that's another thing. That's another thing. Yo, you can put your phone down anywhere in your crib, and you go to sleep. You could be sleeping in the bedroom, your phone in the living room, and you're not even nervous. You're not jumping up out of your sleep. You're not in the shower like, oh shit.
That's some peaceful showers. That's what I was thinking. Like, that's some peaceful ass showers.
Bro, I sleep good at night, man. I sleep like a baby.
Nobody slapping the shit out of you.
It's the best thing. It's the best lifestyle, man. You know what I mean? You live in peace. And also when you have a woman and you're doing all of those foul things to her, you're never going to know her full potential. You might have a great woman and you don't even know it. You might think she's those negative words that you call her because you never, you know, show her loyalty, love, and things of that nature. Your woman is a reflection of you. So if you just take the time out, you know, make an investment within your partner, and I guarantee you'll get it back.
Dope. It's so dope, man. But I'm like, that's probably the nicest shit I've ever heard since doing these interviews, man. That's one of the most positive things, man. Just dropping positivity everywhere, man.
You asked me, you said, yo, what can you say to the younger? I gotta be honest with them.
That's a fact,
you know
man.
What I'm saying?
Yo, all right then. So back to you and stuff like that. I think. What's become popular now is like a lot of like collabo albums and stuff like that. Right. Could you ever see yourself doing one, like a whole EP or an LP with somebody?
I do it. You know what I'm saying? Just not right now, though, man. I got so much other things I gotta focus on. But I do it. I definitely do it.
Okay, because I mean, there's definitely like a lot of cats I would love to hear you like lyrically spoil with and stuff like that.
Nah, I would love to, man. I would love to. Definitely, that's something I want to do before, you know, it's all said and done.
Do you have anybody who you thought of?
Off top, nah, I haven't thought of nobody in particular, man. But I'll be open to it. It would definitely have to be, you know what I mean, lyricist though.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
You couldn't think of like you see yourself doing some sing-songy melodic rapper.
I'll do those type of. I'm not gonna do that on the record. I'm gonna be Pap.
No, yeah, I know you.
But
you
I
laying
work
the
with
bar,
them, though.
yeah. But I'm saying, could you do a collab album with somebody like that or something like that? Like,
yeah.
the hooks.
I mean, they gotta stay in their lane, and I'm gonna stay in my lane. You know what I'm saying? But I'll definitely do a record with them. You know what I mean? And I would have them there. You know, playing their position, and I play my position, and together we do something. We make it happen.
That's
Definitely, man. I work with them.
Got you. What about your wife? That's the thing.
What about?
Could you see yourself doing a collab album with her, like an entire album?
Yeah, that's crazy. You said that. So many people ask that question, man. Like, yo, when y'all gonna do an album? You know what I'm saying? It's to the point when she's here, I'll be like, yo, ask her. You know what I mean? Because I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, definitely. That's something that we definitely going to do. We spoke about it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wanted. I be telling her. I be like, yo,
streets is asking.
I get the people what they want.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact. All right, yo. So this is going to be a dope question for you. I mean, because I know you're a type of person, like you're a hip hop historian. Who would be your top 5 that are alive?
Kool G Rap, Big Daddy Kane, Biggie, Nas, KRS-One.
You had that already.
I mean, I don't got to think about it. Like,
yeah,
you know
you had that.
I don't got to think about it, man.
I don't know. A lot of people don't respect Kool G for some reason. I think like he's one of the first like street rappers we've ever had, and people don't respect.
They don't know.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? They don't know. It's a lack of knowledge that make people say not respect dudes like that. In my opinion, it's a lack of knowledge, because if you took the time out to do your homework, you'll be like, oh shit, this nigga is different.
How does that happen with hip hop? I mean, because I think in any other genre of music, you gotta look back at the legends. You gotta look at who came before you and stuff like that.
I'm gonna tell you what it is, man. Follow me. For a guy like Kool G Rap to get the props that he deserved, a lot of whack rappers can't exist, because he's a true lyricist. He's a real MC. So the fact that he has so much talent, and not just him. I mean, Nas had the same problem. I spoke to another guy about this the other day. They have to downplay guys like that, because 9 out of 10 dudes can't rap on that level. So if they were to give props to dudes who were really lyrically talented, a lot of these dudes won't have no jobs. Because they can't compete. So what they have to do is find excuses. Oh, he can rap, but he can't make a song. Oh, they gotta try to find little loopholes to downplay him.
Somebody was comparing 21 to Biggie. I've seen this on Facebook. Somebody was comparing 21 to Biggie.
I'm telling you what it is, bro. They have to downplay the lyricist, and then nobody don't peep the hate, because the way how it's camouflaged so well. But it's the biggest hate within the game.
Is that
the lyricists are the most hated?
Like, you gotta let me know if that's hate, because because they make you feel guilty. Like, well, you know what? Maybe I am, but I know what I like, and I know what made a song hot for me. Like growing up, and like I like, I do like, people with lesser bars, because at the end of the day, rap music is music. So the song is hot, and I can't take that away from you. But there's some people, you give them like a pot and pen and just beat on it, and they'll come up with a fire ass song just because them bars just was like, yo, what the fuck he just said? Like,
no songs is cool, they dope, but stay in your lane.
Yeah,
I mean, it's levels to this. And everybody can't rap on the level of a G Rap. So if he was to get his props, like I said, I'm gonna keep saying this because I want all y'all to hear this. A lot of dudes won't have jobs, and they're intimidated. When you rap at that level, people are intimidated, bro. They like, oh no, get him out of here. He's gonna outshine me. You know what I mean? He's gonna make me look bad. You know what I'm saying? So, it is what it is.
You ever feel like that might be the case with you sometimes? Like some people are just intimidated by your boss?
I've had situations where people were definitely intimidated. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is.
How does that go? With somebody send you a feature and be like, nah, I can't really use that. Like,
they be scared, man. They be scared. Like, oh man, kidding me?
Like that was, yeah. I'm trying to figure. I mean, because what when you ask for like a pat on a song, you know what you're gonna get.
Right now, you got some dudes who like, yo, let's go, let's do it, and I always respect them the most. You know what I'm saying? But you just got some cats. You know what I mean? And you won't see it in the music business. You will never see it, but you will just sit there and you will wonder, why is this brother so talented, but he's not getting the credit he deserved? That'd be wild. They're afraid, man.
I can't, yo, it's hard to picture.
Like I get people all day, bro. Like if I was to give you my phone and you just look through That's all people say all day. Yo, Pap, you underrated. Why you don't get the props you deserve? Why did this? Why? And I be sitting there like, you ever seen the emoji?
Yeah. The emoji, yeah, that's a fact. I mean? Yeah.
You know, cats be intimidated, but you know, that doesn't stop anything. They can't stop destiny. As long as you keep working, you know, you're going to shine. And that's what I do.
All right. Have you ever been discouraged?
The only time I ever been discouraged in music, you know, was when I had my first child and I hadn't, you know, I hadn't got a record deal yet. I was like, you know, maybe I need to do something else. Because I have someone who dependent on me. I can't be chasing this music thing. That was the only time. Other than that, you know, I was.
Damn, you was about to be UPS, Pap.
I wasn't gonna be. I would have did whatever I got to do. If UPS would have been a thing, you know, that I had to do to feed my child, yes, I would have been UPS. I would have put the brown suit on. Nigga, please, you work for UPS. You know what I mean? That would have been me, nigga.
What can Pap do for you?
You know what I mean? Whatever I got to do to feed my family, I'm doing it.
Got you. That's dope. Oh, all right, man. So you gotta excuse me because you know these are questions like I've been building up for like years.
It's
so
all good.
I want to get to it and stuff
all
like
good.
that. All right, cool. So like the memes, like whenever somebody makes a New York meme, you're like definitely the face of it. Does that make you feel good? Because it's like you always have the Timbs or the Yankee fit or something like that. So does that make you feel good? Like you are the representation of like New York when it comes to like the memes and stuff like that. How does that make you feel?
It's all love, man. I laugh at memes too. I enjoy it.
Yeah, it's
all good, man. Some of them is funny. You know what I mean? It's a good thing. It's a blessing. You know what I mean? This is where I'm from. I'm glad I can remind you of the mecca of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? This is where it started at. It's a blessing, man.
That's a fact.
I love the memes, man.
You got on Tim's on right now, by the way. I just want to let y'all know.
Oh, nah, these the off-whites, though.
You know what I'm saying? Whether it's the regular or the flyer, too. He gonna be right. He gonna be right. Definitely. Oh, definitely. Man. So, how often do you go back to the style?
Whenever I feel like it. You know what I'm saying?
You still have like friends that you hang out with over there and stuff like that?
Yeah, definitely. I got a lot of people who I love, you know what I'm saying, with on the blocks in the neighborhood where I grew up at. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody from my hood, man. Not just my hood, the whole Brooklyn.
No, that's a fact.
You know what I mean? All the time. You know, some of my friends still own businesses over there, things of that nature. So shout out to the whole BK, man.
Got you. All right, well, like if you're gonna tune, like it's been reported it's like been a real hot summer as far as like the violence and things of that nature, as far as like New York, you know, but especially like in Brooklyn and things of that nature. As far as like for you being like a positive role model, is that important to you, like to like show the youth that, you know, there is a way out, things like that?
Yeah, very important. You know, I try to lead by example. You know, we can run our mouth all day, but if they see you not doing nothing positive on no level, they're gonna judge you upon that. So when younger cats look at me, they're like, yo, Pap really settled down. Yo, Pap is really representing black love. They can really see that, and those who take inspiration from that, you know, you can lead by example. You know, every year around the holiday time, I do a big event where I give out coats and toys, you know what I'm saying, to the kids in Bed-Stuy. You know what I mean? I can show you videos. Like, it's the line is around the corner. Everybody come in, and I give back all the time in the neighborhood, so they see me doing that also. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of different things that I do to try to, you know, keep the youth aware. But it's just a young generation right now. You know, it's not the young generation who's right beneath me. It's the next one.
Yeah.
These little niggas.
Wow, that's
these niggas. They from the 90s.
Yeah.
They moving like 90s. Like they. Woo! You know what I'm saying? Like I sat back one day and I analyzed. I said, you know what? It's a younger generation that's bringing the old New York back. Like these they off the hook.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? But on a positive note, I try to talk to them and let them know that's not the way. You know what I mean? It's not the way, man. Stay out of trouble. You know what I mean? It's enough of our black and Latino people in the prison system. You don't want that. You know what I mean? Go, you know, walk a straight path. You know what I mean?
Would you say they are receptive of it? Like, do they cling on to it? I mean, because a lot of them, like, you know, like a lot of it is gang related and things of that nature, right?
Yeah,
so you know, a lot. It's like to me, it's like iffy. But how I'm gonna tell a man not to defend yourself or something like that when blood is shed? It's out. You know, I can't tell you what to do after that.
But like I said earlier, you know what I mean? I've been, you know what I mean, a young wild kid running around the street, and I know for a fact if an older person came to me trying to tell me don't do this, don't do that, and I look at them and they not living a kosher lifestyle, my reaction is get the fuck out of my face. But if I see somebody that's leading by example, like, yo, this brother came from the street and he is trying to change his life. He is elevating. Maybe I should listen to him because he did survive. Because let me tell you something about them streets. And I tell young dudes this all the time. everybody don't make it out alive. You understand what I'm saying? So just remember, every time you in the street, you about to go on the jukes, you about to go hustle, you about to go sell, whatever you about to go do. Just remember, it's not a guarantee that you're going to make it out. It's a lot of brothers I came up with, you know what I mean, from running around in the street. They not here no more. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm talking about deceased, terminated, gone. There's no tomorrow. So every time you engage in the streets, always remember, there's no guarantee that you're going to be the survivor. It might be your man might survive and live to tell a story. You know what I'm saying? So I try to drill that into their head. You know what I mean? Like this, you know, you're playing with your life. You know what I mean? That's one of the things I definitely let them know. You know, everybody's not guaranteed to make it out.
No, appreciate that, man. All right, so let's get back to the album. What's the date on it?
October 9th, man, on all digital platforms. Endangered Species is the title of the album. Like I said, you know, I stepped it up a notch as far as on the musical level. You know what I mean? And we here, man. Endangered Species is the album. Go get it.
So why go with Endangered Species? What was the why you go with that name?
Yeah, well, you know, real lyricists, like it falls into what we was talking about a little while ago. Real MCs, real artists are an endangered species in the game. Let's be honest. You know what I mean? It's very rare. You know, real musicians are also. And, you know, with this corona, we had a pandemic that hit, and our people was infected the most. So we are an endangered species in that aspect. And then you got police brutality. You got people being murdered all left and right by the police. No justice served. So we are an endangered species in this country. And I always say, you know, that title chose me. I didn't choose the title.
That's fly. That's fly. So what else are we looking at from the fourth quarter from Pap?
You know, I got the album. I'm working on a book. You know what I mean? I'm working on a book, Black Love, joint book with my wife. I'm going to basically, you know, give, from my perspective, instructions on how to treat your lady like a queen. And she's going to give instructions on how to treat your man like a king. You know what I'm saying? It'll be me and my wife working on a book together. And we also working on a movie. I'm not going to put too much out about that. You know, I got a couple investments, a couple different businesses in motion. So, you know, I'm chilling. Other than that, I'm just dedicated to my baby. You know what I mean? I got a 1-year-old at home.
Congrats, man.
Real talk. You know what I mean? And I love all my kids, but that's the baby. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's fine, man. So, can we expect any more music for the 2020, or is
definitely. I'm coming with another project. You know, right after this one.
Oh,
but I'm gonna let it marinate for a little while. You know what I mean? So y'all got a little bit of time.
Some Pap is in a bag right now.
Oh yeah, I'm coming right back, man. I'm loving it, man. I'm loving the space I'm in on a musical level, on a lyrical level. You know, I get in my car all the time and just do verses all the time. You know what I'm saying? And I record it. I put the camera on and I just ride and I just whatever pop in my head, I just, you know what I mean? I spit it out and I post it. You know what I mean? So I'm in a zone right now, man. I'm feeling real creative.
That I definitely do see, like you just in the car just vibing. But those just be like on the spot.
Yeah, definitely, man. What I do is I create a train of thought, and then I challenge myself to stick to it. You understand what I'm saying?
That's alphabetical slaughter library.
That's what I do, man. I might have like a line or two already. I'll take that and then I build on it and I record it and it come out dope sometimes.
That's not written.
Come on, nah, I don't. I haven't wrote in a long time.
Yo, that's crazy. Cause I see them, but you know, like they're so themed. It's like, no fucking way. Like he just
as far as writing, you know, once Biggie said he didn't write, every rapper started lying, saying I don't write. A lot of them was lying. Actually, for me, not writing was like a handicap. You know what I mean? Like I was like mad that I didn't write, but I didn't write, and one of the reasons why I didn't write was because I was always creating throughout the course of my day. And who walks around with a pen and a paper all day? So what I was doing was I would create it and I would keep it in my head. And just remember it, and then when it was time to record, I would record it.
This was before we had notes on the phone and shit.
And then when I sit down with a damn pen and a paper, I would rap about the fucking pen and paper. You understand what I'm saying? You looking at a fucking blank sheet, and you like, it just
as I write on this paper.
So with this I actually look up to the dudes who can sit there and do that shit. You know what I'm saying? But honestly, you know, I create throughout the course of my day. I draw inspiration. I might draw inspiration from this room. You know what I mean? Things that go on, myself, my loved ones. You know what I mean? Shit like that.
Oh, so that means a slap shout out, Mike. Yeah, remember that. You heard that here first. Yo, Pat, man, this was a pleasure, man.
Likewise, man, for real, man.
To actually meet you, man. Thank you so much, man. Let the people know how they get in contact with you. Once again, let them know when Endangered Species is dropping and things like that.
Yeah. October 9th, Endangered Species will be available on all digital platforms, but you could pre-order it now. You know, you can hit me on Instagram at Papoose, on Twitter at Papoose Online, on Facebook, Papoose Mackey. You know what I mean? If you see me in the street, you can come up and you can say, what's up? You know what I mean? I'm down to earth. I'm not Hollywood.
Ain't nobody gonna be told you got that ninja mask.
You gotta wear your mask though.
Yeah, that's a fact. Yo, all hip hop battle, One World Studios, we out, man.
Salute.